it's Nancy. It's Thursday night, the 30th of May. I have been smoking busy all week. So this is really the first chance I've got to actually spend some time sitting. So I started pulling apart this photo album that I got. I picked it up at the thrift store on my lunch hour the other day. So it was coil bound, so I pulled the coil out and I thought, hey, I better turn on the camera. So it's brand new. It's still got plastic on it. So I'm going to use I like the paper in it because it's really thick and it's got the speckles on it. It looks really natural. So that's why I bought it, was for the paper. But after I thought about it, I thought these would make great covers. So I think I'm going to start making a cover for a journal. I'll be cutting these down because they're a little bit big. And then I think I'm going to cover this with fabric. So, was it 2 weeks ago I was out and about, and I was downtown in a little town called Fergus, and we had stopped there for breakfast while we were out yard sailing on Saturday a couple weeks ago. And we were in the downtown area, and there was a decorating store, an interior design store, and they had all of these books of fabric samples out on the sidewalk with a little sign that said, take as many as you can carry them, as you can carry. Well, guess what? I could carry all of them. So I'm super excited about all these upholstery fabrics. It's going to be difficult to choose. I've already decided on the theme I want to do. So I have been gathering images and things about writing and reading and what's this? A short history of the printed word. Well, clearly I wanted to make this into a journal as well. So there's a little card with an envelope on it. There's some lettering and things. So here's a picture of some children reading. So I wanted to make a book about writing. And maybe that might be writing letters or poems. What's in here? Those are all stamps. Or it could be, maybe tracking a journal about what you read. I don't know. I think these are upside down. Oh, I remember. This is, I lied, I don't remember. I think it was about authors. British authors, maybe. Lots of maps anyway. So, there's Lord Byron. So there's images of books and authors and ladies reading. So that's the kind of stuff that I'm going to dig out. Look at that. There's an image of a pen nib. I have a little bunch of pen nibs. I wonder if they're in here. Well, of course I wouldn't have put them in here. That would have been silly. Well, I'll have to look for those pen nibs. I bought them at a yard sale at a museum. Look at the little kid. Last summer, I guess it was. And here's a book about the postmen, 7 Little Postmen. Clearly I wanted to make something like that. This hasn't even been opened. Anyway, so now you know what to expect. So let me get started on cutting the boards. Okay, I've got the spine together. It's just gluing up. And this is going to be a rounded spine, hidden spine. It's I think it's 2 inches across. So it's just setting up like this. Now, if you're wondering about this technique, you have to go to Nick the Booksmith's Teachables and take her Victorian Ladies Handbook. And she will teach you everything you need to know about how to do this spine. It's wonderful. So I thought, okay, now I'm going to choose a fabric, an upholstery fabric. And I got motivated, inspired by the image that's on the back of this book of upholstery fabrics. It has books all wrapped up in these fabrics. And I thought, how cool is that going to be? I'm going to use one of these plaids. They're too small. So I wouldn't have enough to go across. So what I'm thinking is I'm either going to have to go digging in my fabrics. Look at these. And this one is sort of like a faux leather. So I'm either going to have to go digging through my scraps to see if I can find something else, or I'm going to have to piece something together. And whether that's using this it doesn't really say what it's called, but whether it's using this sort of faux leathery, suede-y sort of stuff and piecing together a couple of different plaids. And there's other colors. I'm not sure. So, this is beautiful. So I'm going to have a think about that. And, yeah, I'll have to come back to you. So hold tight and I will come back and let you know what I decide to do. Okay, this is not getting any better for me. So I pulled apart that book of fabric. Yep, I can do this. That'll cover that. And then I'll use the black suede stuff. Black suede stuff is a fraction of an inch too short. So I thought, okay, well, maybe I can use a different piece of plaid. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm feeling it. I like it, but it would have been so much better if this would have worked. And I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe I could use it, but like cut it in half and piece it together. But what would I put sort of across there to sort of mask it? Like this would go, you know, it could go all the way up there. It could go, okay, could use 2 bands of something. I don't know. Alternately, I dug this other piece of upholstery fabric out that I had in my fabric drawer. I could go with that. So, I am beat. I'm going to take a break And if you would like to weigh in and tell me what your thoughts are, should I use a different plaid to cover the spine? Like it will hang over a smidgy, right? Oops. Should I piece the black suede stuff with something? Oh, if it was just a like I could do this and then maybe I could put something on each end. Oh, so frustrating. Or should I skip the whole plaid thing altogether and go with the big floral? Okay, it's Friday now, and yeah, you must be thinking, Nancy, just trim the book down shorter. I had to get a full night's sleep in order to figure that one out. But I've cut it down shorter. The black suede's going to fit now. I'm just gluing the fabric to the cover, but I thought I'll turn the camera on because I want to show you this technique. I believe this is my own. So at the corner, you cut a V, but leave like 1/8 of an inch. So it's just sort of tucking over that tip. And that's going to be glue boogers. So don't use glue boogers, use fresh glue. And put it right there. And then take a piece of tape. You can use masking tape or painting tape or whatever. Just to pull that over at a 45-degree angle so that you get a nice sharp corner. So I think these ones are probably set up now. Let's try it. And it doesn't matter if the tape tears the paper a bit underneath because it's going to be covered up with on the inside. If this isn't stuck down, I'll just oh my goodness. I was going to say if it's not stuck, but it is. Let's see this side. Went and saw the Elton John movie. It's fun. It's more of a musical than it is a story. That's okay. I like Elton John. I saw Elton John in concert a couple years ago. Oh, my husband's singing Hot Rocket Man, so I'm going to have to shut off the video for a second. I think the concert's over now. Okay. So I'm just going to glue the flaps down now. Blech. So I'll slap a couple of these bulldog clips on. Let that set up. Blech. I got glue all over me. Anyway, Friday, good day. I'd already put in most of my hours this week, and so I still had to work 2¼ hours. So I went in at 6:45 this morning, cleaned up my files, cleaned up my desk, got ready for next week, got the heck out. So I went and got my hair done. Need to get my roots touched up. Then I went to a different place to get my brows waxed and saw a girl that I went to university with that I haven't seen for years. That was kind of a surprise. She was getting her nails done 2 chairs down from me. And now I'm in my craft room. The weekend doesn't look very exciting. It looks like more rotten weather. I know this isn't very exciting. And I like to take my time because if you get the cover on really good, it just makes the whole effect much more finished and professional looking. Look at that. And from the other side, I'm really happy with that. Got dust on it because it's wool. Oh, he's having another concert upstairs. Sounds like he's playing a Tom Petty song, but he's singing different lyrics to it. That's typical. Yeah, they're calling for more rain tomorrow, so I think it'll be a second Saturday in a row washout of yard sales, which is unfortunate because there's a couple of good town-wides this weekend. Wellesley is usually good. Milverton is good. I don't know what I'm going to do for the lining. Whether I'll use paper or another fabric. Something will come to me. You know what I do have that I might use for a closure though? I've got one of those leather straps for a kilt. I wonder if I can figure something out with that. And that's what I've been hanging on to it for. I wonder if I can find it now. Now, cat's starting. Gosh. Crazy house around here. Hi, Meow. I'm down here. Just happen to have my pliers here because I had to break off a new blade on my utility knife. Here, that's better. Oh, I get glue over everything. Afraid to touch it. I'm gonna get glue on everything. Okay, one more edge. Went to the bookstore today too and got a new book. Can't remember what it's called. Home for Unwanted Girls or something. Canadian author. And every year they have a one book, one community event where the idea is everybody in the city reads the same book and the author comes and there's different events and stuff. If I had my pokey tool handy, I would use it, but I think it's in a different room. Yeah, that's better. I just wanted to make sure those threads were in. All right. All right, so I'm going to let that dry and think about how big I need this. I don't want it to cover up too much of the plaid. I will cut the what do you call that? The pinked edge. I'll cut that off, make it square. Yeah, I'm happy with this. Okay, crisis is averted, and I think I'll get this loaded up tonight, and hopefully tomorrow I will have the edge on, the back on, the spine on, and I will start choosing the papers. All right, well, you take care, and we will talk again soon.